What is up, guys? This is Ride the Pine. Today I got my best friend, Brady Wraalstad, out of Oconomowoc. How's it going, Brady?
It's going good. How are you doing?
Just excellent on this beloved Friday.
That's the truth.
Yes, for sure. Today we're going to be giving you guys our 1 through 15 top quarterbacks as of right now. And I want to make this crystal clear for all of you. This is how they are right now going into this season. Not their overall careers, because obviously Tom Brady would not be in this list.
Oh? Really now?
Just kidding.
Really now? Hold up.
But yeah, we're going to give you our top list, 1 through 15 today. Part 2 will be coming out in the near future. You guys should wait for that one. And let's get right to it.
Let's get it.
Who do you have as your number one?
Number one, tough one here. It was had to go to Mitch. Oh, I'm kidding. I just choked. Sorry. Patrick Mahomes is my number one as of this current moment.
That's a good.
Who do you got? Yeah, who do you got for your number one? What's I'm sure we can make an agreement here in this first one.
I do not have Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, really?
I have someone out of UW, Wisconsin.
Oh,
Russell.
No. Russell.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, but if we're talking in terms of right now, Patty Mahomes is playing a level unseen. Russell's doing the same thing. But if I had a bet,
outstanding.
Okay, let me guess. Patrick's your number two then.
Yes.
Okay, so we have our 1 and 2s are the same right now. My number 2 is Russell. So.
Okay, so I guess.
This is a toss up here. Who do you want number 1 right now? So.
If we were starting right now, I would start it with Mahomes just because of his age.
Yeah.
But
and I think that's got to be a key though to look at. Like he's got the talent and the athleticism he still has. Russell's getting older. You never know. Like we never knew Cam Newton's the last day the Panther was coming, and it happened. You know, I hate to be that. Huh?
How long has Mahomes been doing this for?
Well, last year was 2019 was okay for him. He played 14 games, but 2018 he did fairly decently through playing 16 games.
For sure.
I mean, he played.
Great seasons, but Wilson has had 4 seasons that he's been a MVP candidate.
Yeah, but he just hasn't crossed that threshold yet. And I feel like as much as it sucks to rate people on their MVP counts, I mean, Mahomes is playing at a really high level right now. And the fact that he's this young and still competing like this, Russell's put his team on his back. But I mean, if I had to take one guy right now to lead my team, it's Mahomes.
Hey, who has more talent on their team? Can I ask you that?
Okay, you got Kansas City there. Okay.
I
mean,
this isn't a team. This isn't a team ranking, Brady. This is a
You're right.
quarterback ranking.
All right, you're right. So we'll run Russell number 1. That's fine. We'll go Wilson number 1, Mahomes number 2.
Mahomes number 2.
Good at that?
Yep. Who do you have for number 3?
I got Lamar Jackson number 3. Big time moneymaker, big trust.
I do not have Lamar Jackson.
Dude, who is your number 3?
Drew Brees.
Ooh, no. He's in the top 5 for sure, but he's not number 3. And Drew he's older. Now, my argument to Drew is.
Hey, I don't know if you can see this, but look at where Lamar Jackson is.
Can't see your paper.
Number 8.
8, Cole, guy. You can't be putting Lamar at number 8. No way.
Running backs list.
Okay, he had 1,200 yards rushing. Okay, but he still came out and had 3,100 yards passing. That's a quarterback.
Yeah.
As much as you want to say he's a running back, that 3,100 yards is a quarterback. So.
No, I agree with you.
I mean,
I am a big supporter in Lamar Jackson, like you said, big truck.
Yeah.
But he has not done it long enough.
But the fact, if we're talking right now coming into the next season, who's the best quarterback? As much as I want to say Drew Brees, like he's good, but New Orleans is a system offense. Teddy Bridgewater came in and played at a high level for 4 games.
Okay, but
are we putting Teddy Bridgewater up there? No. I mean, Drew Brees has been doing it for a long time, but again, this isn't about what they've done in the past. It's right now, and Drew is playing good, but
you know, me and you have talked for a while now. You are such a big supporter of Teddy Bridgewater. And
Oh, I am most certainly not.
you definitely are. You have a soft side for him, Brady.
Teddy? No way. Not a chance. Not a chance. I mean,
Think about this. When Teddy
I
Bridgewater was in, do you know how
mhm.
many more carries Alvin Kamara got during that time?
No, I don't.
Nearly doubled.
Alvin Kamara double the amount of carries as Teddy.
Almost
Okay,
doubled.
okay,
He
and you want to know
carried that team.
that this is getting into a different argument. Then this is getting into who's better coach, Sean Payton or any other coach, right?
Drew
Because
Brees, you can't say he's not playing at.
Drew, yeah, I'm not top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
Okay. Who did you have? Lamar?
Lamar number 3, Drew number 5.
I will budge with number 3.
All right, there we go. Lamar Jackson number 3, baby, right there.
Yep.
All right, so that means I got to give you the leeway, and whenever we next disagreement comes, which I feel is coming up here. What's your number 4?
He's a bad man. Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my, dude, we're not even on the same level.
Wow.
Deshaun Watson.
He's
Number
not my
4.
number 5.
Number. Oh my God,
So,
Aaron Rodgers 4.
I will budge. I will
Oh,
budge.
really?
Watson. See,
Really?
Rodgers, he's losing his arm. Everyone can see that. That's
Yeah.
obvious. But he is still one of the most clutchest players in the game.
I will give you that. That's why I put him at number 6 because.
With 2 minutes left on the clock, giving the ball to Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, absolutely, and I don't disagree that. The problem you have though is that I don't know if it's the system or if it's him or what it is, but you can't. There's no 2-minute drive at the end if you're not in the game at the end, which is what happened against San Francisco a few times.
I will agree with you, but Rodgers has never been given supreme talent.
No, this is true, but this is also why I'm not putting him up at the top because, like, obviously his arm. There's something going on. Like any Packer fan sees it, he holds the ball way longer than he used to or should. Whether that's on purpose, on accident, it's him. It's who knows what it is. But right now, if I had to pick between Deshaun Watson and Aaron Rodgers, especially with this revolving or evolving league, I'm taking Deshaun Watson because of his big play threat and because of just the pure deadliness he has. Whether it's running the ball, throwing it deep, making plays on the move, he's just basically just another Russell Wilson, but he just isn't quite to the carrying ability yet.
Yeah, for sure. I think Deshaun Watson is definitely up there in the top 5. So I will you
all right.
On number 4.
Now, hang on. Now, I'm going to make a compromise here.
Okay.
I do agree that Watson's pretty good, but I know you got Breeze up here somewhere coming up. Or you had him, and I got him coming up. You had him at number 3?
I had him at number 3.
I had him at number 5, so you want to compromise at Drew Brees number 4?
Drew Brees can be our number 4.
There it is. Drew Brees, number 4 on the list, only because Deshaun Watson has played at a high level, but Drew Brees has played extraordinarily well. And when it comes to you write it down. When it comes to experience, I'm taking Drew. Deshaun Watson did make some good plays, but I just have the trust in Brees, and whether or not he holds up through the season. He had the injury last year. Will be one thing, but it's one of those things where you never know. So, I mean, I'm gonna count the reliable guy here, and that's Drew Brees, to see what happens for one more year. But it's a whole other discussion for next year whether or not he's a top 5 then still. So, Brees number 4, and we can discuss Watson number 5 then, or you want to discuss Rodgers here?
5 for sure.
All right, Watson number 5 then.
Yeah,
and I guess
he had his worst season last season out of his entire NFL career, but there was a lot going on in that locker room that is slowly starting to seep out right about now. And their office staff, I know we're doing this based on players, but their office is not doing him any justice.
No.
Whatsoever.
No.
But with this being said, I know this is a little off topic. David Johnson is going to be a stud.
I would agree. As much as he had an off year last year, I think it's going to be a bounce back.
Yeah, for sure. With number 5, we got Deshaun Watson.
Bingo. There it is. All right, so that brings us number 6. I don't know who you had number 6, but Rodgers is still on the table, and that's where I had him slated at number 6. I don't know your thoughts on that one.
Number 4, but since
Okay.
all the moves, we're gonna bring him back down to number 6.
All right, works for me. I mean, again, like you said, Rodgers is one of those guys where it comes down, rubber meets the road. I'd put him in, give me that last drive, give me that last touchdown score. But, with what happened last year, you just don't know what's going to happen this year, whether it's going to be the same indecisiveness out of him or you're going to get the old Aaron Rodgers back who gunslings it and makes the big plays that need to be happening.
He was the Mahomes of the league before the Mahomes.
Oh, absolutely. And he kind of set that precedent between him and Brett Favre, who were just out there to chuck the ball and, win games.
Yep.
Mahomes is taking that to another level just with his flash. But, I mean, if you ever seen a guy throw a football 60 yards off his back foot, I mean, that's big-time plays right there.
Yeah, for sure. All right, moving into number 6.
Number seven.
Yeah.
6 is Rodgers there. 6. Yeah, no, you're good.
I have
7.
I don't know where you're going to be with this. I have Matthew Stafford.
He is on my top 15 list, but he is not quite number 7.
Okay.
Whether or not this is valid or this is a decent pick, I got my guy. I got the guy. Thomas Brady at number 7. Now, I say that only because this year coming in, I feel I don't want to say different from the years past, but this feels like this feels different with all the weapons he has now. Before, he's always strung together things with some scrappy, slot receivers and some running backs. But now that he's got some serious weapons with Evans, Godwin, and Gronk and OJ, who honestly, this is the most stacked team he's had in quite some time. So, in terms of prime to go off, I mean, it's either going to be a hit or miss. Honestly, I'm good to budge on this one because you don't know what's going to happen. Whether it's going to be Tom chucking the ball every time and going for another 50 touchdown season, or if it's going to be dump off, run the ball hard, and see what Bruce Arians decides to go with. I mean, it's hard to tell what's going to happen here, but I had him slated number 7.
Yeah, for sure. I'm able to definitely push up Tom Brady. You made some really valid points here. You hit it right in the head. This is the most stacked team that Tom Brady has had in a long time.
Yeah.
We've seen Brady prevail in offenses that have multiple weapons all across the board.
Yeah.
I know we talked about this in a podcast that is soon to come out, but
it's a good one. Go check that one out. It's a good one. Yeah. Whether or not it's out now or it's going to be out, you're going to want to see that one too.
Yep. But he, like you said, he has the slot wide receiver in Godwin, the deep threat in Evans, and then you got the mid guy in Perriman, and he does not get enough credit. That dude is an absolute baller.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, like you said, OJ and Gronk. And another person who doesn't get enough credit is Ronald Jones III. That running back is a stud. He reminds me of James White. He does. He's going to be a guy that catches out of the backfield.
Yeah, and Tom's going to utilize that, whether or not it's by design or not. Like, I don't know if it's just because of habit after the last 15 years that he's been in New England, with all the running backs. It's interesting to see if he's going to fall back to that or if he's going to go back to the days with Welker and Randy Moss and, recently with Gronk where he puts the ball out there and lets him go make plays. I mean, he's set up. Whether or not he's going to go off or not, I mean, it's be a topic for later, but risers or fallers for this coming year, who's going to prevail and who's going to be bigger than what they were last year, make big impacts. Like, Tom's always been been a big name, but I feel this is a prime opportunity for him to really go off.
Yeah, for sure. And that was number 7, correct?
Yeah, if you want to go number 7 with Tom, we can do that for sure.
Writing it down right now. Now moving into number 8.
All right. So who do you have for number 8?
I want
Stafford at 8. I can go on that one. I had Kirk Cousins at 8, only because I feel he gets way more hate than what's really needed. Yes, he has a 9-game losing streak in Monday Night Football, but if you look at his stats, just like specifically his stats on Monday Night Football, he has 63.4% completion percentage, which is basically above average for the league right now. He's 11 touchdowns and 5 interceptions, so it's not like these 9 losses have been on him playing like a Jameis Winston or Mitch Trubisky, playing god awful. This has been him 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Not great by no means, but not worthy of 9 games losing.
Yeah.
But I can definitely go with Stafford at 8.
Yeah,
I mean,
Stafford, he's reliable. There was 8 years of perfect attendance. That was ridiculous. I mean, you haven't seen those type of numbers since Favre.
Yeah.
And then despite losing half of this past season, he still averaged 312.4 yards per game. Which was second most in the NFL at that time before he got injured. And he ended up throwing more touchdowns than Jacoby Brissett, Michael Trubisky, and Andy Dalton, which is remarkable when you think.
Yeah, for considering the amount of games he played, that is definitely. You think about Matt Stafford. I mean, I know we don't talk past, but I mean, the past has a little bit of impact on the future on who they are. But I mean, he's always been the guy. He's been a big arm guy, and he averaged rough average. Look at the stats real quick, but he averaged like 4,000 yards a year for those a good amount of years. I mean, recently he's battled some injuries and some ups and downs with talent in the receiver slot position. But I mean, he's always been a guy that's can be reliable, whether or not he has a solid team around him. Which I feel with their new head coach Matt Patricia, big fan of him. I feel that defense is going to come around real quick, and they're going to make plays, and eventually it's going to catch up where Matt's going to have a good team around him to finally wins will start piling up for him.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford just hasn't been blessed with a great offense. He's a few good weapons in Megatron.
That's all I think of when I think of Matt Stafford is just the big plays between him and Megatron. That's all I can think of with him.
Yeah, and what was that streak that was going on last year with the running back? They didn't have a running back that went over 100 yards in a ridiculous amount of games. It was but it just goes to show like the offense has not been a good supporting cast for him.
No, but I'm good with putting Stafford at 8. So let's go with that right there. Call it right there. I like that idea.
All right, moving on to number 9. Who do you got here?
Is my list gets a little interesting here. I got Kyler Murray, number 9.
I love the pick.
Oh, really? Before we get into this one, I want to hear who you have and slated at number 9, just for reference point.
Kirk Cousins.
All right, fair.
But so, I have a lot of lines drawn on my sheet right now, and it was very hard right now not to account for Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. He is my pick for MVP this year.
That's bold. That's a bold statement. Put that on record right there.
Yep. I may be wrong, but you know what? Hey, I'll tell every single person that, that was my pick, and I'm going to be true to that.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see it as a possibility. I don't know if I put money on it, but I mean, if you were to tell me, hey, Kyler Murray won the MVP, I'm believing you all the way. I mean, just the weapons that he's obtained now, where he's got DeAndre Hopkins, and as far as I'm aware, Larry Fitzgerald is still playing, maybe.
Yep.
Somehow, whatever. He's a Tom Brady of the receivers. That's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
go ahead.
I feel like and that doesn't have to do with quarterback, does, but not directly. With Larry Fitzgerald and DeAndre Hopkins together, I feel that's only going to make them more dangerous, given the fact that Larry has this amount of experience. I feel it's going to, as long as DeAndre's not an idiot, it's going to definitely help and help Hopkins grow into the right player in terms of on and off the field, and the route running and catching and stuff. I feel that could boost DeAndre's game beyond belief if they're able to do it right.
Yeah, for sure. And we're not accounting for the deadly Christian Kirk. He is amazing.
He doesn't as much. I don't really talk about him that much, just because he's sandwiched between DeAndre and Larry, two household names. But I mean that's another situation where there's quite a bit of it's quite a bit of talent around him right now. So I mean, it's big time plays gonna happen.
Backfield as well.
Yeah. I mean, surprisingly, we went from Miami being garbage to playing for the Cardinals, who weren't great, but I mean, he played real well against them or with them. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Kyler Murray never got to play with David Johnson at full health.
No.
I'm very convinced of that, and we have never seen Kyler Murray with a great running back before. So
no.
it would be good to have a Kenyon Drake back in the backfield,
Yeah,
set
for
the
sure.
run presence. Um, but yeah, that is our number 9, correct?
Yeah. Yep. Number 9, Kyler Murray.
All right, moving to number 10. Who do you got,
Yep.
Brady?
I had Dak Prescott number 10. He barely slipped the top 10.
What are you on, my guy?
Dude, this one was talking with colleagues here at my house about what was the right positioning for Dak. I had him much lower to begin this, but I was talking to bringing him up to number 10, and there were some valid points that Dak has had some successful years, even while having, Ezekiel Elliott, and whether or not it's been because Zeke's such a threat that people take their eye off of Dak, or if he's really just that good. Um, it's it's a toss up. I could slip him down fairly far, only because I don't know that he lives up to everything he thinks he is, which is kind of where it's a little bit of a bias that I just don't like the attitude. I'm worth $105 million. I don't buy that. But I guess if you look at stats alone, he's been, I don't want to say super successful, but he's had success. But
How do you feel about Matt Ryan?
that's a little higher than I had him. I think I had him right around 12 and 13.
I had Dak
But
wrong.
I mean, all right. Well, we got Kirk Cousins still on the board, so I could slip Kirk to number 10.
I have Kirk Cousins at my number 9.
Let's do, because I Kurt up at 8. So
Yeah,
he's talking
Cousins.
draft talk. Draft talk. Here's the best available, and I think Kurt is better than Dak. So
All right, so number 10, we'll have Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins number 10.
Yeah, like you said before, Kirk Cousins just has gotten a lot of, hate for his play.
Yep.
But if you really, really look at his statistics and whatnot, he's not a bad quarterback.
No.
Very consistent. He's only missed one game since 2015. And he throws 25 plus touchdowns every year. You can draw.
He's reliable. The problem is he's been, in Washington, he was on the, it's kind of rough playing for Washington for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
It's kind of a rough situation to be in, but Minnesota, he's had some decent success. That hasn't attributed totally to playoff victories, but I don't know how much we don't really, accolades mean something, but in terms of just raw stats, he's not a bad quarterback. He just hasn't had the full year help to get him through the playoffs.
Consistency problems.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now moving into number 11.
Who do you have at number 11? I had Matt Stafford at number 11.
Well, we already got Stafford at 8.
Yeah. So who do you got at 11?
I have Carson Wentz.
Oh, all right. Talk me into this one. Convince me. I had him at 14. So talk me into 11 with him.
Let's go back to his rookie year.
Okay. All right.
Full health at that time. The man was unstoppable. Can we both agree?
I don't know if I use the word unstoppable. I see a primed Michael Vick or a primed Patrick Mahomes unstoppable. I don't know I see Carson Wentz unstoppable. I don't see him that much.
He was on a run for his ability.
Yeah, he was on a run. Yes, I'll give you that. He was on a run, potentially MVP if things shaped up. But that's where we come into injuries, and that's a whole other topic on him.
Yeah, the injuries are something you definitely have to look into. But he did play all 16 games last season. You know how most people say after an injury, it takes you a year to get back. Well,
yeah,
it was his year to get back. He is going to shine this season. I wholeheartedly believe that. I don't know where you stand on him, but that's what I'd like to put at number 11.
I guess you got to convince me a little more here. But, I mean, Philadelphia, I don't see the weapons really. Like, when they've won, it's been, a solid defense and just enough of an offense to win the Super Bowl against the Patriots. You know, like it was a higher scoring game, but you know, I definitely didn't feel like that offense was real prevalent, and I haven't seen many big moves out of Philadelphia recently.
Yeah. Can I just put a little reminder out there? They did have Nelson Aguilar last year, who had butter as fingers.
This is true. I'm pretty sure he's not going to catch COVID-19.
Yeah,
Fairly positive that.
He's definitely not catching COVID-19 because he can't.
No, not a chance.
Yep.
I mean, let's go. Let's go Wentz at 11. I'm fine. I'd see Wentz is the best quarterback in the NFC South, or the NFC East. My bad, NFC East. He's, for the record, Carson Wentz is the best quarterback in the NFC East.
Good stuff. All right, to number 12.
All right, number 12. This is a mix between I have these guys either way. So I know you had Matt Ryan up higher, so I'll go Matt Ryan as my number 12.
Yeah, agreed.
All right.
He did go 9 seasons without a missed game, which is huge. Very reliable. He completed 65% of all passes since 2015. And his top 4,000 yards in 9 consecutive seasons. So, yeah, you know, he's nobody to mess around with, former MVP. You know, he has arguably one of the greatest wide receivers in the game right now.
Yep.
Ridley's nobody to mess with either.
But and now they got
weapons though too, and Hooper and Devontae Freeman. So I think it really depends on how he does, as if a wide receiver or a tight end really steps up their game.
Didn't Todd Gurley sign with them?
Oh yeah, you're right. So they
because Devontae isn't Freeman gone now? Is Devontae Freeman gone now?
Yeah,
Devontae's gone, so it's Todd. But I like Gurley more than I like Freeman. So
I agree with you. But Gurley is not someone you can really rely on right now.
This is true, but if they're able to use him sparingly and let Matt Ryan try to game manage, you know, games when he's not full go, I feel there can be some success there. But I mean, it's debatable. I mean, Matt Ryan has been fairly good. There's been, you know, I haven't seen him as being the great quarterback. He had a year in the Super Bowl, but that didn't go very well. But I mean, I can put him at number 12. I can do that.
All right.
Matt Ryan, number 12, ladies and gentlemen.
Moving on to number 13. Do you want to go Dak here?
I think it's deserved here.
$1 million man.
$105 million man. But yes, I do. I think 13 will have to go to Dak here. I had Josh Allen slated, but that's just because things above it fell the way they did. But Dak is I don't think I can push Dak any farther down based on who I have left on my list here. Although Dak, you know, I do have my criticisms of Dak, and I make them fairly public that I don't feel he's worth it. I definitely do believe he is. Personally, I believe he's a top 15 quarterback. That's where my limit is. So 13 fits for me. You know, he's got the weapons around him now, so I think as long as he signs this year, this will be a defining year for him, whether or not he's worth it or not. You know, it sucks as much that they have to pay him the money to bring him back to find out if he's worth it. But now that he's got all these weapons, and as long as they're healthy, I mean, this is an opportunity for him to make or break. It sucks he didn't have one more year in his contract, but that's the way the cards fell.
Yeah, for sure. So Dak at number 13, moving on to number 14. I am going with Phillip Rivers for the Indianapolis.
Oh, no.
We saw
that man out of here, dude.
Perform well in this system under, I don't know how to say their head coach's name, Frank Resch?
I don't even know, to be honest.
But we saw Jacoby show signs of success in this offense. Yeah. I don't know if you agree with me on this, but Phillip Rivers is better than Jacoby Brissett. Excuse me.
Oh, no. I agree. Phillip is better than Jacoby. Yes? Is that the point you're making there?
Yes.
Yeah, Phillip is definitely better. Unfortunately, I do not see him as a top 15 quarterback. That's me personally. I feel that although he hasn't had the talent around him in San Diego.
He had good talent.
There wasn't a ton there.
Keenan Allen.
But I mean, that's
Gordon. Austin
Dude, that's Melvin Gordon though. Think about that.
You're telling me Austin Eckler is not a amazing.
He wasn't. He can be, but he wasn't. Okay, fine. He had some weapons. Okay, just like every other NFL quarterback, he had some weapons.
Antonio Gates in the beginning of his career.
Yeah, and I put him as the top 10 quarterback with Antonio Gates.
Brady,
now I don't. This man has aged so hard. I don't see it. I think he has more kids than he will wins this year. Yeah, bold take right there. Imagine right there, Stephen A. Smith. Hot take. He will have more kids than wins this year. How many does he have? 9? How many kids does Philip Rivers have?
Let me look.
I got some guys on IT right here looking it up. How many kids does he have?
Holy moly. Jeez.
Does he have 9? I think it's 9.
You might be right.
Kids. Say it for the public. Oh, he's 7. I got my guy here. He says 7 kids. 7. It's from a year ago, so he could have triplets. Who knows? Honestly, over there, they got nothing better to do. They're not winning games out. They weren't winning games out in LA, so he's just having kids. He is 9. Yep, it's 9. He's got 9 kids. He has more kids than wins at the end of this year. That's it, right there.
He can't even reward his kids on Christmas Day with wins.
Okay. Yeah, so as much as Philip has been good in the past, he's not a top 15 to me. I had Josh Allen. Now, again, one of these things primed to go off, and Josh hasn't had the stats in the past, but based on what he has this year and the hype, and I hate using the word, using hype as a mediator to why they're going to be good. Look at the Browns. They were god awful and they were Super Bowl favorites. But
so I agree with you. So Josh Allen, we'll put him at number 14.
Josh Allen at 14.
Who did you say?
What are we on right now?
14.
Are we on 14? We are on 14. Yeah, Josh Allen 14. I thought we were on 13 for some reason. Yeah, Josh Allen 14. I will go with that.
All right.
Like that. I mean, he's
2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Say that again? 2 minutes.
Gives us 2 more minutes.
All right. 2 minutes. We can discuss pick 15 for 2 minutes.
Last one. So we're making a bold statement here.
Oh, are we now?
I don't know.
I don't know. Who do you have at 15? Who do you have at 15?
Okay, so it's between Derek Carr or Jared Goff.
Ooh, I don't have either.
Who do you
Honestly, I got Derek Carr down at 19, and I got Goff at 21.
Who do you got?
That's tentative. That's tentative, and I'm halfway through my statting for those guys. But I got Ryan Tannehill or Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy G, baby, all day.
You know what? I can move up for Jimmy G. He went to the
Okay, no. How much time we got left? We got enough time to discuss Tannehill or Jimmy?
1 minute.
1 minute? All right, let's make this quick. Ryan or Jimmy? Who do you have faith in? Tannehill has proven himself this past year.
Above.
You had Jimmy right there?
Yep, right there. I had him at 17.
All right. I mean, let's go Jimmy Garoppolo at 15. We can discuss why Tannehill is 16 next week or whenever we do this. I mean, honestly, he's just as good, but Jimmy has got a lot to prove, and I think he cleans up his turnovers this year, and I think it's going to be good for him. So
yeah, for sure. That is all we have for you guys today. There will be a part 2 coming very
Part 2.
Yep. Thank you, Brady, for coming up on the show.
Hey, you got to do this, man.
On every video that you support me in and whatnot, but make sure you guys like and subscribe below, comment.
Definitely.
If you guys want to hear anything else between me and Brady, we are always willing to hear your guys' ideas.
Always a good time.
Have a great day.
Take it easy. Take it easy. See ya.